Let me ask y'all this, friends. What did Grandpa Joe buy Charlie for his birthday? What did he get him?
Junior want to not be on my I can't really see where did I miss ex-strippers.
Scratch the what if I told you and let's get right into it. On today's episode of Did They Shift Our Reality Again? We're going to talk about 3 more Mandela effects that has me like, what? Now, if you already know about these and I'm just late to the party, but I will tell you that these have people across the internet scratching their heads saying, hey, is this just a weird memory quirk? Or is something else strange going on? And I know if you're on this channel, you know something else strange may be going on. Now, we're going to take it from the top. We're not talking about Berenstain Bears. We ain't talking about Shazam and Kazam. With Sinbad, we're not talking about that because y'all already know about those things, okay? We're talking about something different tonight. And shout out to Miss Villain to you, who was a part of the Graham Squad. She commented down in the last video and gave me this, and I am shook. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. How many of us have seen the movie? I've seen the movie. I'm not talking about Wonka. I'm not talking about anything new. I'm talking about Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Okay? With Grandpa Joe. Let me ask y'all this, friends. What did Grandpa Joe buy Charlie for his birthday? What did he get him? Was it A bag of frozen broccoli? B, a chocolate bar? Or C, a moon pie? I'll let you think about it, friends. Go ahead. No. Take your time. Did you say B, a chocolate bar? You're wrong, friend. You're wrong. According to this timeline, according to everything else that I'm seeing online, according to the movie that was supposedly out on VHS and DVD and now it's on streaming abilities, it was a moon pie. It was a moon pie. Grandpa Joe got Charlie a moon pie for his birthday. I'm going to put in the clip.
You got more, Charlie, because you wanted more.
Go on, open it.
Here goes.
No, friends, watch it. Look. I don't even remember the rapper looking like that.
I got it.
Where?
Let's see.
That looked like they wrapped that in construction paper and stapled it together. Do y'all remember that?
Never mind, Charlie.
I remember in this movie, they was eating cabbage soup because they didn't have a lot, okay? They enjoyed the little bit that they had, but they was sick of it. And that chocolate bar was important because everybody wanted a piece of it. Nobody said, ooh, let me get a moon pie. No one said that. No one was in the house mouth watering hoping they can get a moon pie. And if you think about it, friends, most of the candy that was in this movie was candy that was really produced by Wonka. Wonka never made moon pie. They made the everlasting Gobstoppers. They made the chocolate bars. The candy that was in the movie was stuff that Wonka produced. It was like a marketing thing and also a really good movie. So why would they market moon pies? They could have wrapped up a pack of oodles and noodles, but they put moon pie? Is that what you remember, friends? Now, if you remember that and I don't, then we just from 2 different timelines, okay? But according to history, it says that it was a moon pie and that we are all having a false memory. Now, let me just reassure you, friends, that this is my memory. I'm not saying that this is actually how it happened. What I am telling you is that history tells us that my memory is incorrect. Now, I don't know if y'all had the same one, okay? But I have the false memory. Now, as we move on from one tizzy to the next, raise your hand if you remember the Thinking Man statue. Raise your hand, friend. The Thinking Man statue. Now, this is a Mandela effect that has switched up for me. Okay? For me. It switched. There are multiple Mandela effects that have switched, like Chick-fil-A, CHICK dash or CHIC dash. To me, in my false memory, it has switched. The Thinking Man statue. Where was his hand placed? Was it here? Like this? Or was it here? Like this? Did he have his hand like this? Or like this? Now, while you think about that, friend, let me tell you what I remember about the Thinking Man statue. What I remember is when I saw it some years ago after school, after I had been through grade school, learning, reading, writing, arithmetic, what I saw was the Thinking Man like this. And I said to myself and to others who were listening, who thinks like this? Who does that? Who? And it was irritating to me that they created a statue with someone thinking and they were thinking like this. Well, now, friend, the Thinking Man is like this. And the crazy part about it is this is how I originally remembered him. But this is what I saw him as a few years ago and thought that was strange. And now he's back here with it. He's back here thinking. Because when I start to ponder, I put my elbow up on something and I go, I don't think I've ever put my fist to my forehead. I don't know. Maybe that's how other people do it. Not in my timeline. And this done switch back and forth. See, now I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing down at the CERN. They didn't shut it off to try to see if everything's going to be, and the timelines be convergent, in my opinion. Convergent. Because which one we going to be with? Is he thinking up here or down here? Next thing you know, he's going to be like this. What do you remember, friends? What do you remember? Am I crazy? Am I tripping? If I'm tripping, friend, you can tell me. Here in the Graham Squad, we can talk about it. I just don't feel like I am. I just don't. And it's strange that all these things keep coming out back to back to back, like boom, 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 boom. We're starting to notice so much now because now we're hyper aware. But is there a false memory? Are we all remembering incorrectly? Now, here's one that I don't feel gets enough attention. I don't think enough people know or talk about this one. The Mona Lisa. Now, I know, don't roll your eyes. Don't do that, friend. The Mona Lisa is remembered in two different ways. The vast majority of people remember her one way. And this little small new group of people are like, no, it's always been this way. Now, let me ask you, friends. Do you remember the Mona Lisa smiling like this? Or do you remember a slight smile, like a, little smiling with my eyes and my face a little bit? You keep looking like, are you smiling or not smiling? I can't tell. Like a little, you kind of serious, but not too much. You know what I'm saying, friends? How do you remember her? Do you remember her just smirking like that? Or do you remember her like, I don't know, friends. I'm trying to do the smoldering look like how do you remember it? Because the Mona Lisa that I remember was not fully smiling. She didn't have a very distinct or defined smile. She had this smiley eye, subtle quirk, like lip turned up slightly. You had to stare, and that's what made her so captivating. You had to stare at her and be like, girls, you smiling or not? Is her eyes smiling, her lips smiling, the cheekbones, something smiling, but it's not really doing it. That's what gave her that je ne sais quoi. I mean, she was captivating. Friends, we didn't know. We couldn't tell. That was the conversation starter about her. Was she smiling or not? Somebody gonna have to call Nardo. Call him up in the seance and ask him, did the original painting that you made, was she smiling or not? Because that is not how I remember it. Again, this is just a false memory. Didn't really happen the way that I say it happened, the way that I think that it happened, or the way that even millions of people remember it. It is just the way that millions of people remember wrong. Over and over again. According to history. While historians search through archives and vintage collectors look for paintings, and even people stand beside the statue, the Thinking Man, and pose incorrectly, History tells us that we're all collectively remembering incorrectly. And y'all know that researchers love to say and tell us and explain this away by saying our brain fills in memories for things that it doesn't necessarily remember. Now, we know that we're constantly processing and thinking all day long. You're looking around and you're only gathering details that are important to you. And those that are not important, you just make up something for it. So are we simply making up things? Or is something else happening? I don't know, friends. If you enjoyed today's content, please drop down in the comment section and let me know. Let me know if there are other Mandela effects that maybe I didn't cover, or let me know if you remember something differently. As always, friends, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, do anything you feel like doing because it's absolutely free. You can join the Gram Squad. We love it over here. We don't judge you. Not at all. Anyway, I really hope I ain't got y'all up in too much of a tizzy, friends. And until next time, I'm going to call y'all back later. Bye.